Hello everyone!
Hello!
I'm Toni.
And I'm Tally.
And we are the Lazy Book Lovers. We are a podcast for book lovers who procrastinate about reading and have never-ending TBR piles. Today's episode is going to be a short, silly one. Basically, speaking of TBR piles, we're going to pick the next 10 things on my TBR list.
Woo, woo, woo.
And it's just going to be a silly one. We've got some very sophisticated post-its that have been ripped up with words written on them. Baby podcaster is currently awake and very chatty. And
he's guest starring in today's episode.
Yeah.
Third
it's a
member.
silly episode, so if that's going to be something that's not so fun to listen to for your ears, feel free to come back next week, but please like us on the way out.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe on the way out.
But yeah, we're good loads of sneezes.
It's so cool. Very much noted. See, is this cute for anyone that doesn't see how cute she is?
I know, it's the little chickies.
Because I'm sure before I had kids, I'd have been like, oh, that's annoying. But now I'm like, oh, good little baby.
It's like little sneezes and blah blah blah. It's when she chats away to herself, and I'm like, what are you saying? I just want to know. But wait, what thoughts do you have?
When she's like intently looking at something you're talking, I'm like, oh, what are you
This is a
describing
discussion.
it? Oh, yeah.
I've seen on TikTok this whole thing about like when you reply to the babbles, it's actually cognitively really good for them to have
always
fake conversations. Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, tell me more, and then what happened, and then, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
always chat to her.
But apparently, cognitively, it's really, really good for them.
I suppose it helps them learn how conversation works and stuff as well.
Because like they're reacting to you and stuff, and they're learning a lot.
Yeah, your facial expressions teach them so much as well.
Yeah.
They learn so much when they're little bubs.
It must be so much. It must be tiring.
So before I had my own children, not very long before I had my own children, in fact, when one of my friends has a little girl who I think is like 10 now, so she's not even a little girl anymore. Until I watched her grow up, I genuinely thought kids didn't learn to walk and talk till they were about 5.
Oh my god. Okay, I knew better than that.
So my son turns 5 in a couple of days.
He's like a whole independent person.
He's a whole person. He has opinions.
Sent you a guest list for his birthday party.
Yeah, and he told me he didn't want to come home because it's boring at home. He uses adult knives to chop up vegetables for dinner, which makes my partner very nervous. But
I used to help feed our rabbits, when I was that age.
So
he
can definitely walk and talk, is what I'm saying.
That's so funny. I think I did have 3 cousins who I saw kind of grow up, so maybe I was a bit more aware.
I had younger cousins as well.
You weren't there for that bit.
I just
your brain was elsewhere.
so checked out of children ever being in my life. I didn't really need to know.
This is knowledge I will not need.
Yeah, I would
the
never
irony
need to know this.
of you being Mother Earth now. Being the biggest crunchy hippie mum ever. Doing like attachment parents.
I know, I'm the complete opposite mum to what I thought I'd be. I thought I'd be like, just get on with it, get out of my eye.
Yeah, get away from me, child. I've got things to do.
Here's a Game Boy, go away. I'm way more involved than I ever planned on being, but yet less involved than I would like to be.
I think that's like perpetual motherhood of feeling like you're never doing enough.
Yeah,
I think that's the condition.
Whenever my son has a bad day at school, I'm like, such a
Thank
home
you.
educating.
Even though he would hate home education.
Whoa.
He would hate it.
We have the wrong personality for that. Like, yeah, no.
He needs the other people.
And mummy needs the other people. Mummy needs the time to work. Right. So we're going to pick Tony's TBR today. I'm excited. Toni actually sticks to her TBR, unlike me.
Most of the time. The last 10 got heavily improvised as an 8-book series in the middle.
Did that count as one spot on your TBR?
So I will say, we're going to pick 10, I think, overall. But there is a series pile.
Yeah, I did see that.
So
I know that you're like limbering up ready.
I've just realised how long I've been sat down for, and I just need to do an old lady click.
We are full of beans for this episode.
We've had quite a lot of energy today, considering...
It's because we ate a proper meal.
I know, I fed you.
It was amazing.
And I had a proper breakfast before you turned up and everything.
We are adulting today.
Successful adults. So I don't know. Right, opinions.
Yeah.
Do we only pick me one series out of the series pile? Because they range from duologies to like a 7-part series.
We've got, and then we've got standalone.
So we've got a non-fiction. We're only going to pick one from that because I'm being realistic. Standalone/single books. So like there might be one book in the series, like the latest one has just come out. So that's why I'm caveating that. They're either a standalone novel or the last book in the series that I haven't read yet.
The series is brand new series you haven't started yet.
They're all series I haven't started yet, so none of these are rereads.
Brand new to you.
Yeah, brand new to me. And they range from, there's like a 2-book series in there to like the True Bloods, which is like many.
Let's do one non-fiction, because you said one.
Yeah.
2 series and the rest is.
Right.
From the other pile.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's not necessarily going to add up to 10. The whole concept is crumbling. Okay, and then I've got a really fun, sophisticated way we're going to do this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because we are professionals. So if you guys have her on her Instagram, you'll have seen the story she posted about my prep. So we got...
I will try to remember to repost it.
So we got post-its saying the category, and then I ripped up other post-its, and I also did this after the moment you sent me the text saying you were on your way here.
Oh my god, I love it.
So it's
yesterday Tony's like, I need to prep tonight.
No, to be fair,
right, I didn't send you the prep of the episode.
In my defence, I cleaned this room instead and changed my bed sheets.
Much better.
And took out my
bin.
bin.
And then I came and poured
and
water all over your bed.
Just water. That's so silly. I get water all over the bed every time I water the plants. It's just life, isn't it?
And you get water all over my
baby. So we're talking through the baby. We listened back to some episodes and we realised we have entire conversations through the baby.
Yeah, apologies. And this is another episode of that.
But this is a silly one, so...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Too hyped.
Anyway, on the subject of sophistication, I'm going to put them inside the Ritz Cracker box.
Love it.
That's why I finished the crackers earlier. There was some forethought. Alright. Shit ASMR, are we ready?
Yeah. It looks crazy.
Actually, the audio spike is quite
quite
nice.
fun, yeah.
Right. Pick my non-fiction.
Can I read it to you?
Yeah.
Oh
you can read my handwriting. This is test.
Oh, yeah.
The second test is I wrote this in a scribble.
First you write a sentence.
Yay!
That's the one I read, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one I told you to buy, because it was meant to be really good. I also bought it and then never read it. It's been there 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't approve of that.
I was going to give her them all to hold on to, but she was like, no, I don't think so, mate.
Okay, I need to make sure we separate out the ones that we're saying I am reading. So First You Write a Sentence is a book about copywriting by Joe Moran. It's meant to be really good for if you write copy and content writing for a living, as I do, as we both do. And I went on a copywriting course with my workplace. They were like, read this book. I bought the book dutifully, told my friend about it, who listened to it as an audio.
And literally that day, I think I went and got it out of the library.
Yeah, and then I have never read it. Despite actively working as a content writer for 2 years.
You've been a bit too busy writing, doing your job,
doing busy stuff. And obviously I am perfection, that's why we have so many sales.
Even though the social media writing is not what counts for sales.
None of it counts.
Right, I'm so excited.
Oh my god, tangent.
Yeah, I was just shaking my head in excitement there.
You sort of look like a dog then.
Excuse my hair was flicking and it was fun. Sort of like a dog.
Successful adults. So we've had recently with some emails we've been sending. People have been replying to them. This is in my workplace.
Are they meant to?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, okay.
But the rage people feel towards emails, I'm like, did you need to take the time to write this?
Oh, it's like rage replies?
Yeah.
It's not like...
But it's not that deep.
I also like this system. I'm going to buy it. It's...
Nice.
Why did you send me this email? I hate you.
One person was like, you have really nice content, but you always put a stupid big picture above it. And I was like, I'm going to put that one in the win column.
I have really good content, thank you.
I was like, that one's all win.
It's like you've never seen an email newsletter before. They all have a really big picture on.
I was like,
maybe they're looking on their phone.
but these are like scientists. So these people took time out of their day being PhD lab owners, people doing very important research. They took a moment out of their day to be like, this picture is too... I don't know if we can keep that in.
The thing that makes that even funnier is that you were just saying that the scientists are too busy to take a little recording of their work for you, but there's a scientist somewhere who's like, this picture's too big, I need to email and let them know. You can sign nearer the time if that stays in or not.
Okay, so this is our standalone/single books category.
Single ladies.
Are we going to pick two from this? Let's pick two from this, and once
we're going to do 2 series.
2 series. I think, well, yeah.
5 series.
We'll see how big the series we end up with, and maybe we pepper in some
series
more.
First?
I've already put them in the Ritz
box.
box.
Should we do series? Because if we pick 2 duologies...
Yeah, then there's more standalone room.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just refilling the Ritz box.
I just love that this one is pure. This is like old school chaos for us. This is
I know, we haven't done this in a while. We were really serious for the last 2, I feel.
Yeah. We did you. I love it.
Where can I make the box? Oh, we've got the box flubbing as well. Flubbing.
Right, okay. Series.
Series I. Series is.
Series is. Like P9?
Series I. Series E's. Series.
Unravel? Could that be what it says? Caravel!
Caravel, yeah.
Caravel, yeah!
Oh, I've wanted to read that for ages. Okay, that's fun.
Oh.
So that's a
I need to
trilogy.
read the first one as well.
Mm.
Maybe we'll read it near the same time. That's on my 12 this year.
But you know what you keep doing to me though? We'll both read the first book of the series.
Oh, and then I don't.
And then
read
you
the
never
rest.
come back to it.
Yeah, I haven't got the rest
and then
of
I
the series.
can't
I've only
talk
got
to you
the first
about
one.
it. And then in 7 months' time, we'll be like, "Oh, I just finished this. I want to talk about it." It's like, moment has passed. I already read it all. Then bought it as an audiobook. Re-listened to it 6 times.
Written a blog post on it.
Wrote a blog post. Did a Pinterest meme board.
And I'm like, do you know what's a good book?
The thing is though, you have done that. I've been like, you know what?
So many
what I read is so
times.
good. And I'm like, I've read it. I've even talked to you about it. You liked the
Read
post.
it based on your suggestion.
You read the post and I wrote about it. I love
good time.
I love a friendship where neither of us have memory.
Oh yeah,
because we never run out of things to talk about.
Like I've been like doing the. If you go into our card, we now have links to our bookshop.org book front, and you can see the books we talk about in the episodes. If I remember to get them up in time. So I did Toni's what she read last year, and I've still been doing mine. And I was like, did I read that last year? Oh, cool. About some books. I was like, and then there was one book that I read in like January last year, and I was like, oh yeah, I was going to read that series really fast.
I saw this. It was like on Instagram, I think. It was like the good thing about having a terrible memory is that every time I read my own writing, it is like reading it with fresh eyes because I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah. Like there's so many times where I'm like, oh yeah, I left it at that scene, and I get to it, and I actually wrote the entire scene, and we were actually a chapter further than I thought, and I was like, oh, I don't remember doing this.
But I did it.
And then I reread it and I'm like, this is really good. Go me.
Yay.
Honestly, I have such a god complex with my own writing because I'm always reading it like, this is fantastic.
This is top notch. Best thing ever. And yet you're going to be so nervous to send it
out. I
to
never share it to anyone.
readers.
Yeah, even like putting it like... even putting it on the blog, I'm just like, and then I never want to know.
Yeah.
I'll go to my friend like, there's a new excerpt up, but if you don't like it, don't tell me. I just never want to hear your opinion ever again. Just read it. It makes me feel special. And then if they like it, I'm like, it's just because you like me. So, and And then when strangers on the internet like it, I'm like, it's just because you don't
read. Because you can't read.
It's like, well, you came to my blog, so you must like me anyway. It's like, none of it counts. Anyway.
Right, next one.
Series I.
What's the biggest series you've got in here?
Probably True Blood.
Okay. It's not True Blood. A Darker Shade of Magic. That's another one I want to read!
Oh, yeah, we're doing good!
Yeah, I'll just throw post-its around because I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm really
maybe
happy
we
with
should
this
read some
TBR.
books together.
Okay, but like you have to read them one.
I will try. I'm not making any promises. I will read the first one in the series.
You also want to read Edge Chronicles with me,
yes.
And you want to read True Blood with me.
Why aren't we reading all of them? Why don't you have 20 on the go like me? That's why I never read them as
Because
well.
I've got 3 on the go and I'm finding it stressful. After saying she'll be chatty. I've just jinxed it, but yeah.
She was just looking at the box.
Right,
like,
should we
what
do
is
some
going on?
standalones?
Yes, I think that was good.
Right, so what's our total right now?
7.
Oh, that was some quick maths.
2 trilogies and a standalone and a non-fic.
Yeah, I would have had to genuinely count that out, I think.
Yes, she knows.
She went into the arts for a reason, guys.
I'm good at counting.
I got a B on GCSE, and to this day I don't know how I achieved that.
A B in what? Math?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how.
I don't know what I got. I think I passed. What's a pass? A D?
C.
I passed.
Thought.
C then.
Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake.
What you done?
I keep dropping
do you
them
know
all.
what? We should have done them when you had them in the box before.
It's much more entertaining for them to hear me silently remove
Struggle.
bits and post it.
I just so excited to do series.
Okay. Let me just get
Resituated. She's just like, what is going on?
I really love it when she just looks at me, kind of like,
She's like,
what the fuck?
what is going on? Right.
Okay.
So we've got 7 so far.
So we could pick 3 of these.
The club.
You know what? I really enjoy not having control over this.
And I'm really
I think
enjoying
you
controlling
dictated
it.
the last 10 I was going to read as well.
Legendborn. Yeah, I was involved in the last
I
lot.
don't know if that is a standalone or if I only have one of them.
No, the next one's out. It came out last month.
Alright, well, it's a singular book that's in my shelves.
Blood marked.
Okay.
I've got Legendborn as well, you know, to read.
Well, I look forward to telling you about them all when you've not read a single one.
So far, everything I've picked out for you is actually books on my list to read this year.
I think we live in too similar a sphere of books, I feel. We like all the same shit.
Raybearer.
That's the one
We
you
were just
got me.
discussing that, yeah. And there's a second one out for that as well.
There might be only 2 actual standalones in here. That's why I started writing the standalones and then got bored of
trying to work out what was the standard.
Yeah, I got bored of trying to find them.
Yeah.
You know, in the 15 minutes it took you to arrive.
I don't have that one, so...
Okay, that's good. You did purchase that one, though.
I gave you my copy, actually. Because I was like, I need to get Toni one of them. And I was like, well, why did I give her mine? Because I won't read it for a while.
Right, this is our last book. Oh, should we drum roll? I'll just do a really irritating finger tap.
The Last to Die at the End.
Oh, yeah, that's going to break my heart.
So you actually had no standalones except for non-fiction. At least this is the end of the series.
Well, that's just me. My reading in a nutshell.
I like the cover of this one.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna... The first book...
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
She's getting stressed about it.
There were some really big standalones you could have picked. There were some massive books in there.
Oh, well, was Priory in there?
No, because I forgot. About the bright orange book on my shelf. It's pretty, isn't it?
Does it follow the same characters?
No.
Oh.
set in the same world with the whole Deathcast app. Yeah. Do you want me to read the...
Yeah, go on.
Alright.
Yeah!
Oh, okay. So it's about when Deathcast first comes out.
Oh.
Oh, so context. Okay, so
She's just watching, so...
They Both Die at the End is a book. So there's this world where they're...
Is it Adam Silvera? Yeah.
Silvera?
Not you holding the book.
There's an app that they ring you to tell you you're gonna... At midnight they ring you and they've got to give you a 24-hour warning. You've got 24 hours left to live. You're going to die at some point. Everyone's on the Deathcast app. It's weird if you don't have it. And it follows two characters who get the call. And there's a whole thing about this whole culture's been built around your last day. So then they set out to have their last day. And there's an app for if you don't have anyone to spend your last day with, you go on the Last Friends app. And then these two guys meet on the Last Friends.
Is
Yeah.
that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bit sad.
Yeah, it's sad. And so they meet up from the Last Friends app, and then they end up reconnecting to all their friends and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And then...
And is there a surprise at the end in which they die? Or...
Well, obviously...
Oh yeah, don't tell me.
It's called They Both Die at the End, okay? But the book tricks you repeatedly. So the whole book you'll brace. It's like, oh, and then he goes to cross the street, and then you're like... And then nothing happens.
Oh yeah, because you just know they're going to die that day.
Yeah, and they don't end up dying the way you expect them to, and it's done in the most devastating way possible, just the most heartbreaking way. And I was like, I know this book is called They Both Die at the End, but fuck me.
I'm looking him up because I feel like I've read something by him, but I haven't read They Both Die at the End, so I want to see. Oh, History Is All You Left Me. I haven't read it, it's on my shelf.
Okay.
Of course,
like everything. Yeah, do you remember? Because I read it, I was sunbathing outside, and then I did a TikTok that was just
you,
the
like,
tears streaming down my face. It was like a little tip. But called They Both Die at the End is really sad. So, this is set in the same world. Orion Pagan has waited years for someone to tell him that he's going to die due to his serious heart condition, but now he's signed up to Deathcast, he's ready to begin living. Getting an end-day call is the last thing on Valentino Prince's mind. He has a long and promising future ahead of him and is excited to spend the night at a Deathcast launch party. When Orion and Valentino cross paths, their bond is undeniable, but after the very first Deathcast calls go out, the boys' lives are changed forever. One of them receives a call and the other doesn't. Well, it's not going to be the boy with the heart condition, is it? And he's going to discover the meaning of life, and then it's going to make me feel things.
Did you see about the fault in our stars? Did you see? Do you follow John Green on TikTok?
Yeah, when he said it's the anniversary. And then it was the woman who she found out her wife was faking
it,
and then he stitched it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
So a woman found out her wife was faking having cancer because she just lifted the storyline from the book.
And then she was like, "So thank you, and also fuck you."
Yeah, and he stitched it. And was just like, oh. Sorry, just to throw because you said about the heart condition, it made me think of ourselves. So yeah. You got a good list there.
Yeah, I think...
Let's go through them again.
Only one's probably going to make me cry. I think that's a good result.
No, you know.
That I know of.
So we've got...
I was worried, because one of the non-fictions was The Body Keeps the Score. And I saw a TikTok that said, this is really aimed at psychological professionals. And that if you are actually not that I'm traumatised, but like if you're a traumatised individual reading it, it would actually be more triggering than helpful. So then I was like, oh, maybe that's not a good read.
Maybe I should read it.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
So we have First You Write the Sentence.
Yes, First You Write a Sentence.
By Joe
Moran.
I'm
going to say that's how we say his name.
Yeah, because I definitely will say it the other way.
Okay.
And then the Caraval Trilogy by Stephanie Garber.
Yup.
And then the Darker Shade of Magic Trilogy by V. Schwab. And then Legendborn by Tracy Dion. And Ray Bearer by Jordan Ifuko. And then First They Die.
First to Die at the End.
By Adam Sawyer. That's a good list, actually. What do you think?
I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah. I was
Nice
really worried
mixture.
we were going to end up with an 8-booker. Because, well, to be fair, that's what I did last time.
So that list.
I might keep this. We might just do this every time.
That's a good idea. Then you just have to.
Nice mini episode.
Yeah. So from that list, I will promise to read alongside you.
What order should I read them?
So
should we decide the order?
I'll tell you what. I will tell you what.
Don't forget, I'm still in the middle of Crescent City.
Mm-hmm.
So we've probably got a good 3 weeks to a month before I'm done with that. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so the first one is The Darker Shade of Magic, please.
Okay.
Because I need to read the first book in that series for a bingo board that I'm doing that I need to read before the end of March. So do you think that could be possible to read the first book before the end of March?
Okay, number 1, Darker Shade of Magic.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the date? It's the 17th of February, the day we're recording. Oh, no, because I've got a really long... I'm going to Birmingham at the end of this week, which is a nice long train journey. That's a 2-hour train journey. So...
As long as we pick up A Darker Shade of Magic, the first one in March.
I think it's doable. Yeah, I think March is doable. Because I'll probably finish that if
I've got that full
commute.
trilogy. I own it. So we can read the trilogy.
And also, when they are normal people, that they go to bed and they just go to sleep.
Yeah, they're strange.
And then I have to lie there for another 2 hours.
Thinking about life.
When my brain sings the song of its people. Okay.
In the current book I'm reading, this is a side note, but in it, she is trying not to think about. She's trying not to think about something, because if you think about something, it knows you're thinking about it. And so she keeps singing in her head the what's the song called? Hang on, 2 secs, and I'm going to look up exactly what the song is called. The Michael Finnegan. No, it's not that one. She's singing a different song. On his chin again.
On his chin again.
Michael Finnegan. That's not the one. It's I need to load it up. Circle back.
Do you want me to tangent while you do that?
Yeah, please.
So do you know what I have aggressively had stuck in my head this week?
What?
Thanks to the Super Bowl. Rihanna songs.
A Rihanna song, yeah.
Yeah. But just like one line of it.
Which?
Aggressively on a loop.
Which song is it?
Bitch, better have my money. Don't act like you forgot. I've all those shots.
That little baby.
Like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I've just had that Miley Cyrus
Baby,
song
what
in my
me,
head.
oh me. Oh yeah, no, that one was last week.
Oh,
Soundtrack.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. You know that song? So
no,
that,
I don't know that one.
so it keeps popping into the... Hey, you don't know that? Oh.
Souls.
But that seems to be a song I've had people in this book. That was the tangent for it. Anywho. Yeah, I've just got Miley Cyrus in my head.
Doesn't mean I don't overthink. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not overthinking. It's not like I'm having anxiety thoughts. My brain's got a lot to say.
It's like in the Inside Out film, you know, the little emotions.
Yeah, they're all in there.
When they send the
disgusting.
song up, when they're like, let's send up the dentist song, and it's like, or the chewing gum song, or whatever it is. Oh, yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, I was like trying to explain to someone the other day. I was like, I have sort of 3 or 4 tracks going continuously. So there's like the song. There's always a song. There is usually a phrase that is repeating in my head for no reason, out of nowhere, and then there's my actual thoughts.
It's the tabs, isn't it?
Yeah, then there's another thought. I think it's like 3 or 4.
Probably to-do list, running to-do list, or something.
Yeah.
Anything like me.
So there's like the stream of consciousness, and then the other one. These aren't voices that I'm hearing. This is just like my stream of consciousness.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too.
I can't wait for that one to be added to the...
people always shout, there goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. No. A little face. I was just shaking baby to that song. Not in an abusive way.
Not in a shaking baby way. In a jiggly way.
In a dancing way. No. What's her face? Is she unimpressed?
No, she literally doesn't even care. No. Like, her facial expression didn't change. She's just like, I'm numbing on my hand. Oh, she's smiling now. Anyway.
It was a fun episode.
Yeah,
we're still
doing the order. Hold on.
Forgotten what we're
Do you know how hard we have to work to control this on a normal episode?
It's the end of the day.
We work so hard to control this. If you're new,
this will be a quick episode. Yeah. We're just chatting and forgetting what we're doing.
We've been really good all this year, actually, since the new year.
All this year is like mid-February. We've done so well this year.
In that time, we have recorded like 7 episodes.
1,000 episodes, yeah.
8 episodes. Wait. We started at number 60 and we're doing 67 now. 7.
We're almost at 69. Can we do something special for 69?
Wait, do we have more smart recommendations?
We can make it.
Let's do smart recommendations for 69.
Okay,
that made me so happy. Okay.
Look forward to that one.
Okay, so this end of March is a dark shade of magic is what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
What's after that? Do you want to do one we're supposed to read together, or do you want to break? Caravel and Legendborn.
I've only got the first of the Caravel trilogy, so that will be one that you'll probably be disappointed because I won't be able to carry on. But we can do Caravel after.
Actually, you know what? If I've just done a series, maybe we should sprinkle in my token non-fiction.
Yeah. And then do Depression Station after.
Oh yeah, let's make me cry after. Okay. Sorry. This might be about when I'm going to go on holiday as well.
Oh, so perfect for crying.
Yeah. Crying in a hotel room by yourself. Perfect. To be fair, when I go on those holidays by myself, I do just get to be completely feral for a week, and I really need that time to be feral.
Well, you could take Depression physical book and then just loads of fun books on your Kindle.
Yeah. I won't do that. I genuinely book a larger kilos suitcase just for the books. Okay. After that, I might do Caravel.
Yeah.
And then Legendborn and Raybearer. Why not?
Yeah. Perfect.
So I'll give you a heads up when I'm headed for Legendborn.
Yeah.
And see if you can squeeze me in. All right.
We've done it. We've planned Tony's next couple of months.
And that ended up being much longer than we expected it to be. We're like, it's just a short, silly one. It won't take that long.
It was silly.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I think I've mixed the standalones and the series post-its all together.
How many of your standalones were just standalones? And now you've chucked in some non-fiction. We can just really mix it up next time.
Yeah, but I think we should keep playing this game. I really enjoyed this.
It was fun. You're going to have to keep the Ritz box now.
Yeah, I might have to put it in an envelope.
No, you need to keep it in the
But
Ritz
I'll
box
lose that
forever.
envelope. No, if I put it in an envelope, I can put it in the notebook I use to plan blogs.
Put it in the last book that you're going to read. Of that section, because that's when we need to put things.
That's a good idea. I don't know why I just blinked at you really.
I know, I was like, wait, does that not make sense?
No, I was literally just staring at you.
I was like, is that a really bad suggestion?
No, that was, you saw me loading.
I was like, that's a really bad suggestion.
Mate, I'm tired.
Put in, what's the last one you're going to read? Raybearer.
Mm-hmm.
So put in Legendborn. And
Yeah.
then you can pick your next 10 ready.
Sick.
Thanks for joining us today.
This isn't even like, we usually do something special on the 10s, but this was just cause.
Just
cause. We wanted to do something fun. Because you've been sick for a month, and I was sick for at least 2 weeks this month, whilst like trying to relaunch a website. I probably felt sick in the worst week.
Yeah, that is the worst week. I've updated my website, so check
me
out my
too.
website because I'll have finished by the time this comes out.
I had a whole little night, which was so frustrating. So I was like looking for new themes because I get a bit bored every now and again.
That's what I was like. I want a search bar now, so off it.
I was looking for new themes, and then I picked one, and then
me in the face.
It didn't look the way I wanted it to look, and I couldn't get it to work.
Oh.
And I was there for 3 hours doing it, and I was like, fuck this. And then so I restored it back to the template I had before, and then had to go back and fix everything.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I did all that work, and then it just looks exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, been there.
No, in the end I did change some stuff. So instead of the category filter in the right hand column, there's now tabs along the top.
Oh,
and a drop down. I made a drop down.
Oh, check you out.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks. Go check out our websites and tell us how funky they look.
I did a book talk glossary as well on there, which is now in the tabs. It's got its own tab. So go look at that. If there's some terminology we've used that you're a bit confused about, it's in there.
Mm-hmm. If you want to read any of these books with us, good luck. Because we can't even cope with each other.
I do review them all on the blog, so they will go up eventually.
My goal this year is to review every book I've read.
But in different places.
Yeah, I've been ill. Right.
You kept 2 humans alive. You kept yourself alive.
I read some books and started 1,000 others. So yeah.
Busy times. Okay, do your thing.
So please follow and subscribe on all of our things. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. You could also just search for Lazy Book Lovers Pod or Lazy Book Lovers on various platforms like that. You can also find our website at lazybookloverspodcast.wordpress.com
well done.
I thought you were going to tell me I was wrong there. Where you can send us suggestions or submit your indie authored book. Please follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts, and please consider rating us. All ratings help us.
Woohoo!
Thank you very much. We'll speak to you next week.
Goodbye.
Love you, bye.
Doesn't work. Hold on, I'm distracted.
You're just going to listen to our little planning now. This is like a bit that could be an outtake, but we're just going to do it now.
Why are none of these pens working?
What is going on?
Rage!
Get some shade. I don't even have a pen with me.
Hold on. There's a pen under my keyboard.
Oh, duh.
Whereas there is a pen pot.
That's the working pen.
Full of broken pens, and then the working pen is under my keyboard. There we go.
Right.